So this is a submission to the Capstone project. Uh, the project is exploratory data analysis on terrorism database, global terrorism database. So here I have given the GitHub link, define the problem statement, and let's begin. First we start with importing libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib and Seaborn. Then we mount the Google Drive and read the CSV from the path where it is uploaded. Then we do df.head to get the first 10 rows of the database of the data frame. Then we are printing the length and number of columns of the data frame. We can also do df.shape for this. Now we are doing df.info to find the info about the data frame, and we are checking for duplicate values and removing duplicate values. Now we are visualizing the missing values. We are doing a sum of is null, which will give us the number of null values in each column. Most of the data in the database is of categorical data, which means bar plot and pie plot will be mostly used to show the data, to show the categorical data, but we can also plot other graphs. Then we are doing data wrangling. Then we are checking for unique year. Then we are checking the column names. Now we are starting with visualization. After doing df.describe, we are checking for the top 5 countries in terrorism and least 5 countries where terrorism occur, and we are plotting them in a pie plot. We can see that Iraq has the most prevalent terrorism with 34%, followed by Pakistan, followed by Afghanistan, and then India, and then Colombia. And we can also conclude that the Iraq has the highest share in the top 5 countries of terrorism with 34%, and Colombia is least in top 5 with 11.5%. Now for chart 2 we are plotting the least 5 countries where terrorism occur. So the terrorism is so less that they seem to be sharing them equally. So let's go with chart 3. Here we are plotting the regions where terrorism occur, and we can see that Middle East has the highest rating of highest share of terrorism, 27%, followed by South Asia, and rest are there. Then we are checking for the criterion 1 which the terrorism is occurring. For criterion 1 it is political, economical, religious or social. Criterion 2 is intention to coerce, intimidate or publicize large audiences. Criterion 3 is outside international humanitarian law. So we can see that mostly criterion 1 is fulfilled in this bar plot, and for few criterion 3 is not fulfilled. Now we are going to check the city where terrorism mostly occur. So in Baghdad there are 7,589 cases, followed by Karachi. So we are plotting that them in this chart. And what did we learn from this chart? We can conclude that Baghdad is a city where the most number of terror attacks occur. It is the most city infamous for terrorism, followed by Karachi and Lima. Now chart 6. In this chart 6 we are plotting what type of attack happens. Means we can see that mostly it is bombing and explosion, followed by armed assault and assassination, hostage taking. These are having small shares. Then we conclude that the most terrorism attacks are of type bombing, explosion, and least is of type hijacking and hostage taking. Now in chart 7 we are finding the most frequent terrorism groups, and we can see from this bar graph that Taliban has the most frequent terrorism occurring for them, followed by ISIL and then signing path. and then 2 are also there. Now ransom. First we are removing the entries from the database where the ransom is -99, which is the default value when they don't know what the value should be. So then we are doing the value counts and reset index and doing 0 to 5, so you can find the ransom amount and the frequency of theirs. So mostly no ransom is asked because it is not always about the money. Then 1 million, 10 million ransom, then 5 million, like that. So thus we conclude that in most of the cases ransom amount is not asked, but some other deeds may be asked, like freeing a prisoner. Very few attacks have monetary gain as objective. In chart 9 we are doing a violin plot to find the ransom taking regions, and here we can see that Western Europe has an outlier which makes the line of this violin plot, and thus we can see this type of ransoms are asked from these type of regions. Now we can see the Western Europe has the highest ransom amount as an outlier seen from the violin plot, but it is because of an outlier. Now host kid outcome txt is hostage and kidnapped outcome, means those who are hostage and kidnapped, what happened to them. So 32% is unknown. Then 28% is hostage were released by the perpetrators, 22% is hostage is killed. There is a combination like this, we can see. Now in chart 11 we can see the number of killed. Number of killed is due to suicide attack or non-suicide attack. So we can see that most are killed in non-suicide attack, but few are killed also in suicide attack. Then we can say that 67,213 got killed in suicide attack and 3,44,000 got killed in non-suicide attack, which means amount of killed is not dependent on whether it is a suicide attack or not. Now weapons here, what kind of weapon is used? So we are using the column web type 1._txt, and for that nkill.sum. So we are doing, so we can see that firearms have most share, then explosives, then unknown, then melee weapons. These kind of weapons are used. Thus we can conclude that most death in terrorism happen from firearm, explosive or melee. Incendiary vehicle and chemical weapons also rank in the top 10 after firearms and explosives. Then we are trying to find the killed per year, and we are doing a line plot of the killed per year visualization. So in 1970s there were very less people who got killed in terrorism, but after 2010 the amount increased, then it is also decreasing. That is what we found from this chart. Now nationality. We are trying to find the number of nationality that are affected. So we are doing a bar plot. We can see that Iraq is a nationality which is mostly affected, followed by Pakistan, then India, Afghanistan, Colombia. Now this is from the column natlty1 underscore txt, nationality.txt. Thus we can conclude that deaths due to terrorism have grown over time, with it reducing after 2012, maybe due to awareness and anti-terror groups formed after 2012. Now we are doing a history plot of the year when the terrorism is occurring. So you can see that 1970 terrorism is occurring very less, then it is increasing to 1990, then in 2000 it is falling, and again after 2010 it is increasing, then after then decreasing. The histogram is plotted to show the frequency of terrorism with respect to year. Chart 15, we are trying to find if bio or radioactive weapons are used. So we are plotting this graph to see which terrorism outfit is using radiological or biological weapons and in which area. Then we are checking cross-border attack, means most of the attack happen in terrorism are domestic, but some of the attacks are also international, means cross-border attack. Now in this chart 17, target subtype 1 means what type of target the terrorists are having. Like number one is police security forces, then military. So you can see that first is police security forces and military, and most of the things is we can conclude that police, military and government institutions are mostly under attack in terrorism. Then we are forming a word cloud of the summary of the terrorism, means terrorist attack. In the summary of the terrorist attack, these words are mostly mostly there, like incident, killed, group, claimed, responsibility, attack. These kind of words are mostly used in the summary of the terrorist attack. In chart 19 we are doing a simple bar graph in which we are checking if it is a singular attack or a part of a multiple attack, planned attack. So mostly terrorism occurs with singular attack, but few of them are also, like around 20,000 are there which are part of multi attack. And in chart 20 we are plotting a line plot of the number of hostages that were released from the particular terrorist organization. Taliban has released mostly more than 7,000 hostages and or kidnapped, followed by ISIL, followed by Shining Path, and Boko Haram is the least which releases their hostage or kidnapped. Means Boko Haram kills all their hostages. The charts of the various Sohel group and the number of rescued or hostages or kidnapped. So solution to the business objective, what we found from this, the insights that we found from the EDA is to reduce terrorism. First, we have to reduce the chances of fireworks and guns and bombs falling into the hand of terrorist organization or general public. Countries in Middle East mostly have to work on the anti-terror business. Countries like Iraq, Pakistan, India, Afghanistan and Colombia have to increase their anti-terror duties. Terrorist activities have reduced in the recent decade. Taliban, ISIL and Shining Path are the most popular terrorist organizations. So these were the conclusion from the exploratory data analysis that did on global terrorism data. Thank you. I am Sohel. Bye.